Ukrainian tanks reportedly took out 2 Russian multiple rocket launcher vehicles as well as 2 special missile transporters. The multiple rocket launcher vehicles were reportedly BM-27 Uragans, while the special missile transporters were TZMTs. The footage appears to show Ukrainian tanks blowing up the Russian military vehicles during an intense battle, causing a large plume of smoke to rise into the air. Thick smoke quickly rises, with the vehicles burning intensely on the ground. The video then cuts to what appears to be aftermath footage showing the destroyed vehicles. It's currently unclear where exactly in Ukraine the images were filmed, but they were obtained from the 28th Mechanized Brigade. Officially, the 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after the Knights of the First Winter Campaign, on Monday, along with a statement saying, "The 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after the Knights of the First Winter Campaign, does not stop destroying the enemy. 2 Uragans and 2 TZMTs made a gesture of goodwill and dissolved into molecules." The information was also relayed by the Center for Strategic Communications and Information Security, a governmental organization created under the umbrella of the Ukrainian Ministry of Culture and Information, along with a statement saying, "The Ukrainian Knights aptly turned the occupiers' equipment into scrap. The 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade, named after the Knights of the First Winter Campaign, undermined 2 Uragans and 2 transport and loaded vehicles of the invaders." They made a gesture of goodwill and dissolved. The Russian Ministry of Defense has claimed that their withdrawal from Snake Island was planned as a gesture of goodwill. The Ukrainian forces had shelled their positions for days and now appear to be using the quote as a euphemism for a retreat. Zanger News contacted the 28th Mechanized Brigade for further comment, as well as the Russian Ministry of Defense, but had not received a reply at the time of writing. Meanwhile, Russian troops are engaged in heavy fighting, supported by widespread artillery fire as they launch a major offensive for Ukraine's Donetsk region, Ukrainian officials said, a day after Moscow declared victory in the neighboring province of Luhansk. Donetsk and Luhansk comprise the Donbas, the industrialized eastern part of Ukraine that has seen the biggest battle in Europe for generations. Russia says it wants to wrest control of the entire Donbas from Ukraine on behalf of Moscow-backed separatists in 2 self-proclaimed People's Republics. After Russian forces on Sunday took control of Lysychansk, the last bastion of Ukrainian resistance in Luhansk, Ukrainian officials said they now expect Moscow to focus its efforts especially on the cities of Slovyansk and Kramatorsk in Donetsk. There was heavy fighting at the edge of Luhansk region, its governor, Serhiy Gaidai, told Ukrainian television, saying Russian regular army and reserve forces had been sent there in an apparent effort to cross the Siversky Donets River. On Tuesday, Russian forces struck a market and a residential area in Slovyansk, killing at least 2 people and injuring 7, local officials said. A Reuters reporter at the scene saw yellow smoke billowing from an auto supply shop and flames engulfing rows of market stalls as firefighters tried to extinguish the blaze. The governor of the Donetsk region, Pavlo Kyrylenko, said Slovyansk and nearby Kramatorsk had suffered heavy shelling overnight. There's no safe place without shelling in the Donetsk region. Russian President Vladimir Putin launched the invasion of Ukraine on February 24, calling it a special military operation to demilitarize the country, root out nationalists, and protect Russian speakers. Kyiv and the West say Russia is waging an unprovoked imperial-style land grab in its fellow ex-Soviet republic and accuse Moscow of war crimes. Lysychansk, once a city of 100,000 people, lies in ruins. Buildings are scorched and holed by shells, cars upended, and streets strewn with rubble, testament to the ferocity of the battle it endured. Tatiana Glushenko, a 45-year-old Lysychansk resident, told Reuters there were people still sheltering in basements and bomb shelters, including children and the elderly. Glushenko said she didn't think she would be safe in other parts of Ukraine, so remained in Lysychansk with her family. All of Ukraine is being shelled, Western Ukraine, Central Ukraine, Dnipro, Kyiv, everywhere. So we decided not to risk our lives and stay here, at home at least, she added. Glushenko now hopes peace will return to her ruined city, but for elderly residents, Sergei and Evgenia, the prospect of rebuilding from the ruins is daunting.